RSIS at 30.
RSIS DNA is striving for excellence in academic research as well as policy outreach.
Pondering the improbable in a rapidly changing world.
RSIS first coined the concept non-traditional security.
RSIS bring multidisciplinary thinking into technology and security-related issues.
RSIS at 30 celebrates memories.
In the early days, it was basically all hands on deck.
Remembering today the pioneers who started the journey.
When he traveled overseas, he would sometimes bring back gifts for us.
I joined in November 1997. We were the conference unit, we were the events unit, we were the logistics unit. We did everything. That really was the pioneering spirit.
I had just finished my PhD in history at the University of London. The late Mr. S.R. Nathan, he asked me to join him. I readily said yes. Things changed dramatically just a year later because September 11, 2001 happened and everybody was talking about the threat of transnational terrorism. So I remember my then boss, Mr. Barry Deskus, telling me that we used to study all these communist militants, try to study these new Islamist militants as well. RSIS in that sense hasn't changed its DNA. You see how your academic research can be translated into actionable real-world policy.
When I came back from my PhD and I was tasked to start up a program, in the early 2000s, wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, and there were years when the student intake for strategic studies alone was in excess of 60, which is almost unheard of anywhere else around the world. So those were the things that really helped to put us on the map.
I joined in July 1999, and these were the first couple of titles that were published by IDSS then. We were very, very small. The first cohort was only 10 students.
When I came here, those times all cash basis, so we had to do cash reimbursement to the speakers and participants, all the airfare. So we had to ask foreign change. The guy come here, then we do exchange each and every currency that we need until 60,000-70,000 Singapore dollars. So those times my manager is the one bodyguard to come with me to bring the cash.
I've got a great library team. Most interesting to me personally is the reference questions. Mr. Nathan, while he was in office in the Istana, I would every now and again get a phone call or email from his PPS. Yiming, Mr. Nathan would like ABC XYZ. Can you look it up for him?
I joined RSIS in early 2002. There was a lot of crises in the region. The haze, SARS. I then branched out into what we call this field of non-traditional security. I would even hasten to say that it was the RSIS team that first coined the concept of non-traditional security.
I first joined RSIS just after the big Messiah hacker incident. And shortly after that was the 2016 US elections and Brexit, where the world discovered that technology-driven disinformation could actually affect how countries work. So, on the backs of that, at RSIS, we organized our first disinformation conference, and we saw the great response from the participants. They were so positive that we realized that this was an area we should definitely focus on. Bring that multidisciplinary thinking into looking at these technology and security-related issues.
I joined RSIS as a master's student in July 2011. The cohort all kind of knew each other, and some of us were lucky enough to kind of continue these friendships until today.
Some of our alumni have gone on to assume very strategic roles in society or in politics or in government. One of our alumni from Indonesia, who's now a minister, he came to Singapore and we honored him with a NTU Distinguished Alumni Award. First thing he did when he saw me was that he still remembered my class.
In 2014, Ambassador Ong Keng Yong became RSIS's first executive deputy chairman to impart both leadership and strategic directions. and manage policy research.
When I think about RSIS, I think the word that comes to mind for me is really gratitude. In academia, we get a lot of rejections. And I think it got to a point where I ended up crying in the RSIS toilet because I got a rejection email. To get from that to having a book out, that was quite an amazing achievement. I was so proud when this came out.
We have done a lot to get RSIS to where we are today, to remain relevant to our various communities, provide the intellectual tools by which they can make sense of the geopolitical and security landscape. RSIS family, it's been 30 years of a great ride. Thank you very much.